Alright, Frontier, what have you been up to? Oh yeah, okay, enough of that. Let's start a new one, shall we? We'll go temperate. What do we call it? We're so back. Nah. We're so back. Oh my gosh, we're back in the game. It looks really good. Like, why does it look so good? Have I been that way that long? Alright, you know the drill. Coasters. You know what I'm here for. Where is it? Is it this? Is it this? Surely. Oh my god. Alright. Yo! They did it. Oh my god, dude. This is all I wanted. Now I need to re-record episode 4 for like the 10th time because they finally added it. This is the one thing I complained about in that game, or in that episode. Hats off. Wow. This is better than sliced bread. Dude, I don't even remember how to build a coaster anymore. Something's telling me just go launch coaster. Okay, so I want it to take like a slight turn. Oh, this is gonna be so good with these trains. How's it looking? It's looking too good to be true, is what this is looking like. And now, let's see. Do we want? We just go a rolling start, right? Just get straight into the launch. Yeah. Of course, the slanted or the inclined launch is in the case of a rollback. It's to prevent the train from stalling, because if there was a flat launch, it would be very difficult to get the train from the end of the launch back to the starting point. One thing I forgot though is the catwalks, so we'll get those in. And I want to do a beginning very similar to Tekwani Beast. So we've got our turnaround looking pretty good, and as you get taller and the speed reduces, the elements and transitions will get tighter. Should be pretty intensely banked right here, because we want to kind of get whipped over the other side as we're diving back down. I might have to re-profile that, honestly. That looks pretty nuts. Yeah, just making sure that we're not hitting the ground too quickly, because you can pull some very high G's. But at the same time, that's what these rides are kind of known for. These newer gen Vekomas, right? Gray out a little bit maybe. So that's the first element. Okay, we don't want to go too high here because we are going not that fast. Elements like this, they're kind of fun. They kind of dive under itself a bit. It's almost like catching itself, really. Something's not right here. It's turning here a bit too late. The hardest part about these is always getting the intensity right for the scale. Okay, well that looks like it'll break your neck. Just trying to mirror what I did on the other side so that it somewhat carries like a consistent force. Good enough. And since we're very far away from the start of the ride, I think I want to kind of have an overbank turn, like a tight little overbank turn. Head back this way, maybe a few airtime hills into the second launch. Not exactly too sure where I want to put that. This could be like a nice water feature or somewhere you can look at the ride from the path. I wonder if this is a bit tall. Does it have enough speed? Yeah. That's perfect. Now that's shaped a bit weird. What did I do? Sure. Sure. I think that looks okay. So as we're still banked, went ahead upwards. Now we unbank, and now we straighten out. That looks like super intense. Maybe we prolong. We aren't going as steep into the valley. I just want to see. Yeah, that was a lot better. Having the rise into the hill very sharp, and then the top shallower as you're being kind of tossed over out of your seat. So I want to have less speed as we enter this next element. And now we start curving back the other way. Daytime, please. Thank you. Although now it feels boring. Like, this is good here, but this is too shallow. Maybe I should make it a bit steeper. We'll steepen it by a few degrees. Smoothen that out. I also don't want to have this section of the ride be too long, because then we run into the issue of block sections. Okay, now the big question of the day. How do we get from here to here? So come up like this. Alright. Keep it overbanked. Now one thing Vekoma does well is it scales the elements with the speed very well. So the goal is to at least attempt to keep the rate of unbanking constant with the speed. So we have to look at our numbers carefully here. So we're at 80 degrees here, and as we pick up speed, we're gonna want to slowly bank even more. I'm not looking at the decimal. It doesn't need to be that precise because we're gonna smooth it anyway. We'll go 80 to maybe 74, right? So that's a delta of 6 degrees. So this next part will delta 6 again, but since it's picking up speed, we're gonna go a little bit further and go delta 8. Okay, 6 to 8, that was a difference of 2, so now we'll go a difference of 4. It'll be a delta of 12, if that makes sense. Or at stage 3, we're going to square it and have a delta of 9. From 12, we're gonna add 9. So from this, our delta is gonna be 21 now. And we're gonna go straight to 31. What's next? 4, which is 4 squared is 16. So from that 21, we're gonna add 16. So that is going to give us 37. So now our delta is 37, which is going to give us a positive 6. And then 5 squared 25 plus our 6. Alright, let's check it out. Yeah, it's prolonged and then it snaps over. Okay, now we're gonna mess with it. Here, we'll go down very slightly. So now it's a bit better in terms of speed. I mean, I'm not a roller coaster designer or expert by any means, but this is just what my intuition says regarding the physics of all this. And don't quote me on any of this, but this is just like what I like to ballpark for whenever I build these things. So we'll check it out, see if I cooked. Not to glaze or anything, but that's like exactly what I wanted it to look like. Now, how do we end up going the complete opposite direction? We could just go straight into, we can move the launch, delete all that, move the launch here. Okay, here we'll go up again at our same 3 degrees. And let's see if we can squeeze in a block section here. 1, 2, 3. So let's try and get a smooth transition to being vertical here. Pretty happy with that. Now you might be like, what the? But that's where this tool comes in. This very, 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 very handy tool, which lets us modify the track piece by piece. Okay, not like that. What is this, 83 degrees? I think we can do 83 degrees, but we'll spread it out over 2 pieces. So we'll have 80 here, and then 83 here. I seriously hope that one part of the track that won't smooth is not just rough, because that'd be pretty funny. What follows this needs to be the signature element of the ride. This part is too gradual for the speed that we're at. Now we're getting somewhere. I think the issue in this element here can be seen right here. So if I were to take this piece right here, go to edit mode and remove the support so we can get a better view. If we look at the shaping of this double roll here, we see it's almost like a coil, right? Perfectly circular. Even the exit of the element lines up more or less with the circle. But whereas it exits this radius down here, the entrance exits the radius along the top right here. So if we were to tighten this so that it matched this shaping, at least until down here, that would make the element a lot more whippy, is my guess. You can hit a huge airtime now. At some point I want to work some hang time into here. There is an element that I've seen on one of these coasters. I don't know what it's called, but it's one of the newer gen Vekomas. Anyway, there's like this stalled loop on it or something. So maybe instead we'll do that element, but we'll enter it from reverse. I'm hoping that because it's gaining altitude so rapidly, because this is like vertical at this point, that having the tight turn like this should be okay force wise. It's a bit of a funky shape. I'm trying to heartline it by hand. If I do it like that, we can get rid of the double down and then have more space. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I'm kind of widening the roll. Seven-ish degrees, 16 meter long brake run, flatten out, and then immediately block brake. Now we rebuild the coaster starting from here. So we want an unloading station. Loading station on the inside is fine because we want the transfer track here. Kick people out here. The queue goes in here underneath the launch and into the path right here. So the entrance, you'll see this big turnaround here. That makes sense. Actually, let's do block section right here along with the catwalk and then extend it. Now we just need to connect the track. No, we're not gonna smoothen the station. Come on, game, lock in. Okay. And that'll be our shed. Roughly, we'll just say 30-second interval. It should roughly get released from the station when this train is about at this element here. Okay, I was wrong. Maybe we're needing more like 50 seconds, which is not ideal for operations, right? So it shouldn't release. Ooh, it released a little early. Well, that might be okay actually. You see it's approaching the end. 50 seconds is good. Alright, I think that is it. We finally finished the coaster. It's a bit of a haul, but we made it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the layout. Honestly, it's a very, very long coaster. How long is this? Yeah, 5,400 feet. That'll be quite expensive. Alright, well that's pretty much gonna do it. I'll leave you all with a POV, the unfinished product, and then be on the lookout for a follow-up to this, where I will, I guess, look at the rest of the updates. I know this was supposed to be a look at all of the features and all the updates, but I saw the MK1101 train and I just went straight for it. So I'll react to the rest of the content and the updates soon. But until then, I'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed. Take care. Bye-bye.
This shit, they go insane. This shit, they go